Good morning. Today, we have the opportunity to be here to talk about a relevant topic, language learning challenges in the digital era. Let's invite three teachers who can tell us more about the topic. Hello, Diego, Elsa, and Patricia. Welcome to this program. Could you tell us a short summary about ECOL history? Diego, please, let's go to start with you. Tell me more about the history.
Thank you so much for your invitation. So, the computer-assisted language learning history emerged in the 1960s. In this year, the invention of computers sparked interest in using the technology for language learning with basic programs. And in the 1970s, the microcomputers and programs focused on basic vocabulary and grammar drills. And in the 1980s, COL software incorporated new multimedia elements like audio and videos. And in the 1990s, the internet expanded COL's capabilities and made possible online courses and real-time communication. And finally, in the 21st century, mobile apps and artificial intelligence appeared in order to improve learners' language. That is the history of COL, Andrea.
Artificial intelligence. It's so interesting. So, can you imagine the new devices for the next few years? Okay, let's continue with another teacher. Hello, Elsa, how are you?
Hello, Andrea. Hello, guys. I'm pleasure to be with you.
Okay, according to your knowledge, nowadays, which are the barriers faced for people about learning a new languages with technology?
Okay, in this part, it's very important to mention at the first, the great researcher Kim Wilder, 2000, he established some important barriers. For example, the first is the financial barrier, availability of computer hardware and software, the technical and technological knowledge, and acceptance of the technology. But based on my experience, the more difficult that as a teacher have during the pandemic is the training. I have many problems to manage with the technology, and I didn't know to use how to manage the different application and platforms. Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah, yes, I totally agree with you. Everybody remember the pandemic time. All the teacher must be forced to use an online classes. Was terrible. So now we have Patricia in your program. Hello, Patricia. According to your knowledge, do you consider that technology offers an opportunity?
Hello, good morning. Nice to see you again. Yes, so it's so interesting. So according to the CAL, this promotes teacher and student lots of opportunity to integrate technology in the language, so course, according to the pedagogical level. So in this case, we are going to classify three important phases that are going to be so important. So for example, behavioral call that is emphasized more in real and practice. And also the computer delivering learning materials at that time. According to Taylor, 1980s, promote that the computer might be give repetition language, real vocabulary, grammar, like a tutor. And also in the communicative call, that is important that integrates some techniques and technological to communicative language instruction. So it improves language acquisition by encouraging meaningful target language. So it's so interesting to develop students' critical thinking, spelling and grammar checks. in the integrative course that is basically integrating technology with to teach listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And this important is that the technology is so important in the learning process on the students. That's so interesting.
It means that these spaces are used for teaching a language. Interesting. I really like this topic. So I have another question. Can anybody answer this question? Are there appropriate approaches for applying code in classes?
I can
What
answer
do you
that
think?
question. Okay, I can answer that question. So according to Yao Yang, explains in his article about computer-assisted foreign language teaching, theory and practice, that there are three approaches. Number one is structural and behavioral. In this case, the one characteristic is computers provide unlimited drills, practice, and tutorial explanations about vocabulary and grammar tenses. For example, nowadays we can find like live worksheet where student can practice grammar tenses in order to improve their soft skill as many times as possible. Number two is cognitive approach. In this case, computers provide language input. It means provide digital resources, like materials. In this case, the student can find audios and videos in the different platforms in order to practice. And the last one is socio-cognitive. In this case, the computers provide context for social interaction, but online. In this case, we can, the example, Google Docs, where a student can work in groups or in pairs, creating one sentence, paragraph, or article, essay at the same time from different places. Those are the approaches, Andrea.
So all the teacher can use any of this approach to use in online classes. If I were a teacher, I would use the cognitive approach because the students can use their knowledge in order to construct new understanding. I like it. So, Elsa, do you want to share with us any relevant issue about today's topic?
Okay, Andrea, thank you for your question. In this part, I'm going to focus in three important issues. The first is the model pedagogical. In this part, you are going to find three kinds of model. The first is computer supporting classroom teaching. This is focused on sharing and construction the students' knowledge. The another is hybrid teaching. It means the educational model in which some students attend the lecture face-to-face. And the last, we are going to find complete online courses for long distance, like our master program. The next is all software and resources on the internet. Here is very important to mention, you are going to find five important aspects. The first is provide realistic native speaker models. Second is offer language learning curriculum. And number three is determine the best activity for each student. And then the last is record and what the students take an evaluation. All of these things help our students to have benefits and great result at the end. In the last, you're going to find the practitioners of the call. In this part, it's very important to mention, as a teacher, we need to very well training how to use the material effectively with our students on online classes. And at the end, our practitioners need to master some skills, including platform management, word editing, among others. This is my thought about this part. Thank you, Andrea, for your question.
Okay. I consider that the pandemic time was a difficult issue to forget it. So, what do you think, Patricia?
I am agree with you. So during the pandemic, there are many teachers and students have faced some different challenges. So the COVID-19 pandemic has changed our lives and a professional practice. In that time, the educational institutions across the world were forced to close it, and the language teachers and learners were compelled to teach learning a language on a global scale. So it was so difficult for us and also for students. The COVID-19 online learning can lack the personal interaction on a real communication, so that traditional classroom setting occurred. Many teachers had trouble managing some, tools, and a student, it was so hard to be sitting in front of the computer on attending the class. So for that reason, so nowadays we have many problems at this time with the students in their learning process. It was difficult for us too, and also, as mentioned, for students and us.
So, thank you very much. It was interesting. We can say as a conclusion, we must say that CALL may be a significant tool for teaching a new language. The approach I mentioned have an important aspect. Furthermore, technology allows us to interact or learn new languages through the use of different apps. Thank you very much, dear teacher. It was helpful for everybody to know more about this topic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your answer. Bye.